you're now in Boston.
Yeah, thank you. It was an incredible race. From the beginning, I tried to go as fast downhill as possible because the weather conditions were nearly perfect from wind direction, also temperature, so I really tried to have a fast time. And yeah, after the first downhills, I had a little gap of my competitors still in my neck, so I was just pushing as hard as possible. It took me a few kilometers to have a good rhythm, but after a while I felt better and better, stronger and stronger. And yeah, then I had a good rhythm until the crash. Luckily, we could add the course and move forward. So yeah, in the end, very happy with today's race.
And even for you, you just started competitive racing 2 years ago. This was your first epic World Marathon Neighbors race victory. You were emotional. We saw when you were crossing the finish line. What was going through your mind?
I just couldn't believe it, if I'm honest. Yeah, my first marathon was just over 2 years ago. So to have such a large progression in such a short amount of time, it's beyond my wildest dreams. And yeah, I really can't believe it.
And the first Great Britain's winning this race, you're going to go through this, what does that mean for your country?
It means everything to me to be able to do my country proud and to be the first, and hopefully make way for some more British races to come through in the future.
We'll open it up now to everyone for questions. Again, raise your hand and have a mic floating around.
I have a trivial question and a technical question. The trivial question is, Eve, where in the UK are you from?
I'm from a place called Portsmouth, which is where Portsmouth.
Portsmouth?
Yeah, it's right on the south coast.
There's one in New Hampshire too. The technical question is, and Marcel, you particularly made comment on this because of the number of years you've been competing. Has the technique in how you flip the wheels changed over the years in terms of where you grab and how far you move your arm back before you bring it forward again?
Yeah, I think there are several things that have an impact on the technique. For example, also the sitting position in the wheelchair, they changed. We go lower in the sitting position in the racing wheelchair. So that means also that the push, the kind we push, the wheels changed also. And of course also the gloves developed the past few years. And the wheels itself changed. Yeah, so from the past few years there were a lot of changes.
So a few different changes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hello, Marcel. Congratulations. Can you tell us a little bit more about your crash, how it happened, where it happened, and what did you do the moment that it did happen? Thank you.
Yes, it happened, I think, in the corner from the fire station. I had a high speed in this corner. I tried to steer, but well, I still have to analyze what really happens, but my guess is that I had too much pressure, too much weight with my hand on the steering. So it didn't steer properly first, and then, yeah, a little bit too late steering was able to then, yeah, hit the barriers. Luckily, I didn't fall out of the racing chair, and first thought was, yeah, hopefully the chair is okay, nothing broken. And then I just tried to yeah, push me up, back, yeah, on both wheels, and accelerate as fast as possible, because on this moment I knew that I'm on schedule for the break it.
Marcel, I know there was only a split second to think. I'm over here. Marcel? I know there was only a split second when you realized you were going toward that fence, but what was going through your mind?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Any crash? Honestly, not much. Just get up, go back on racing. And I was just, it was a huge relief that nothing was broken on the chair. My body felt okay in this moment. Of course, there was a lot of adrenaline, so maybe I didn't feel it. But yeah, I was just happy that the chair is okay, that I could move forward.
Any further questions?
Another question for Ian. It looked on the television screen as though somewhere in the middle of the race you were actually catching some rest. You were slowed down the cadence in the wheels. Is that true? Did you figure there was a place to regroup a little bit?
Yeah, for me the marathon distance is quite hard because I have full feeling in my legs, so it's really difficult for me to stay in that level position for a whole hour and a half, 2 hours, however long it is. And I need to be able to release that pressure. So on the slight downhills where I know that nothing could go wrong, or on a straight where I have enough speed, it is important for me to be able to release that pressure on my legs so that I'm able to then keep going and keep a good pace. So yeah, you kind of always take the risk because you never know how far behind your competitors are, but as soon as I saw a flat or a little downhill, I knew that I was okay to take that little break.
Right. Any last questions? Got one over here.
Question for Eden. Congratulations again. Fantastic performance for you. Can you talk a bit about how you got into the sport, how your training developed, and who you're training with now and your coaching group?
Yeah, so I started the sport when I was in senior school, sort of just after 2012. I was programmed to try and get kids with disabilities into sport, and I went and I tried wheelchair racing, and I was directed up to Jenny Archer and David Weir at the Weir Archer Academy, and I stayed there for the first 10 years of my career, and then about 6 months ago switched over to Arno Hall, who is my new coach now. So it's been, for me, the last 6 months has been a lot of change and a lot of differences to kind of get used to, but it's all sort of working out, which is really good.
All right, thank you to Marcel and Eden, and again, congratulations. We'll have you sit up here for a quick photo.